Hey folks, Cornell with YouTube Fishing Vids. Due to unforeseen circumstances, I'm fishing a body of water I've never fished before. I tried to get up to that mountain lake in Maryland I killed it on last fall, and it had a sign on the gate. Due to hazardous conditions, the boat ramp is closed. I'm scrambling. Basically, I drove 2.5+ hours to get there, excited as I could be on a Sunday morning, trying to get away from the crowds in my local area to be turned around. So I'm on a body of water I've never fished before. I basically came to a spot that I had planned on trying one day, but here I am, forced issue. So Youghiogheny River Lake, an absolutely amazing body of water from what I understand. I haven't fished it before, so we're gonna find out. Walleye, smallmouth, largemouth, absolutely beautiful, beautiful lake. Real long and skinny. There's a dam way up. I highly doubt I'm gonna make it that far up with my new kayak here, but second time out with the Old Town Sportsman Autopilot 120. And let me tell you something, it's rigged up. Now it's rigged. I got the Helix Hummingbird 7. I got that all hooked up, wired up. It's the Mega SI, DI. I got the side image and the whole 9 yards. So that thing's absolutely awesome. I'm looking forward to playing with that today. But even better, I have lightened the load. Thanks to Amped Outdoors, I've gone lithium. I got rid of that big old Group 29 DC lead acid battery, 61-pound battery, to go barely over 20 pounds with a 100 amp lithium Amped Outdoors battery underneath that seat. I did my research. Amped Outdoors is killing it. It's a tough battery to get. I think they got some stock recently on them, but they're from customer service to the quality of the batteries. There's a lot of lithium batteries out there, but I decided to team up with Amped Outdoors, and thankfully they provided me with a 100 amp. I got a couple 12 amps for some of the electronics I'm going to be running on not just the Old Town, but on my Pelican. But also I'm going to turn around and show it with the Chesty. But right here, guys, right here in the back of the boat, depending on how things go and how this 100 amp holds up, I got myself a spare 60 amp. So I put it on the boat just in case. I highly doubt I'm going to need it, but I got a 60 amp to run that Pelican when I got the little 2.5 Suzuki horsepower motor on it. So basically when I'm running just a little 40 pound thrust trolling motor, I'll use the 60 amp, lighten the front of the boat up, run that little 2.5 in the back when I got either a couple people with me or running bigger bodies of water where that gas motor makes more sense and that Pelican makes more sense. But right now, it's all about the Old Town Autopilot 120 on a brand new lake. Let's go ahead and explore Youghiogheny River Lake. All right, you local folks, you be sure to tell me if I mispronounce Youghiogheny River Lake. I just dipped in, I got myself in the water. Nice little ramp right here coming off my Harbor Freight folding trailer. So I'm gonna put it gently right up here on the ramp. Again, it's dead quiet, there's nobody here. So I got myself a little rope, make it easy. Try not to scrape it up. I haven't put any kind of keel guard or anything down there on the bottom of it, but I will. I'll put something on there so I don't scratch it up too bad. But she's in the water. Let's go ahead and park. Let's start motoring out and see where the fish are. We are running at over 4 miles per hour out here on this new body of water into the wind, so it actually has lightened up the boat. Last time I was out here I was barely under, but I've gained a little bit of speed and the wind is really just right at me. It's not too strong, but we're going over 4 miles an hour right now. 3.9, 4, 4.1. So yeah, this little rig hustles, and with a little less weight with these lithium batteries, we're doing pretty well. So we're gonna get over to this sunny shoreline over here. It's a real steep bank. The water temps are only 52.1 degrees. So water's still cool up here in the mountains. So I'm gonna be throwing a jerkbait. I'm gonna definitely be throwing the jerkbait. Water clarity looks great. And I'm gonna get on some of these bluff walls and see if we can find some smallmouth. That would be the hope and dream, but anything that bites will be well received. So we're almost there to the first shoreline where we're gonna start. All right, spot lock is engaged. I'm just sitting perfectly still on the first spot. I got some fallen trees in the water. I got a steep bluff wall. We're sitting at about 18 feet of water, so I'm gonna be throwing parallel 45 to the bank. And there's the LG Bone Vision 110 Megabass +1. That's the perfect color for the sun that just broke out, for this color water, and the smallmouth love it. So let's go ahead and see if we can catch our first fish on a new body of water. I know the water temps down my way are pushing 60, if not over 60 on some of the lower elevations, but up here in the mountains, I'll tell you, they get some cold nights and they hold on to those colder temperatures longer. So again, the jerkbait is the ideal bait to throw right now in these water temps. I've got all the soft plastics, the drop shots, the Ned rigs, everything I need if the bite gets tough. But again, this is gonna be a learning experience. If I do well today, or even catch a single fish, it'll be a gratifying feeling, that's for sure. Weather conditions are looking great today. We're looking at maybe 62 degrees at the tops up here in the mountains, probably almost 70 degrees down in the lowlands, but I'm happy with 60 plus. any day, and the sun's out, so it feels pretty warm. And the light winds. I'd rather have a little bit more wind, but I'm not complaining. It's a beautiful spring day. Oh my gosh, guys, I got myself a nice fish. Oh, and he gets off. Unbelievable. Guys, I didn't even feel it. He loaded up and he was there. So that's the first hookup of the day, and I lost him. Unbelievable. On a mega bass, those are some sticky hooks. That was all me right there, but that's a good sign. This is my second spot. And I loaded up on something. I saw a few fish, and this is a much steeper bank than the first one I was fishing. So we're gonna throw it back out there and see if we can latch on again. All right, drop shots in the water, folks. Going a little finesse here. Threw him a couple more casts with that drop. I'm sorry, with the jerkbait, nothing. But considering I got a bite on like the first, second, or third, I'm not sure what cast that was, but it felt like a good fish, and I'm seeing fish. So let's do the little drop shot game here. See if we can pick one off. Oh my God. All right, guys, I think I found something. And you know what I found it on? I found it using my side scan. I'm going down the bank here. We got all this wood in the water, but what's really down there is a bunch of stumps, a whole bunch of stumps, and I saw them clear as day. On the side scan, that was my first cast with a drop shot. I'm just dragging it through these stumps. Water temperature is up a little bit, 53.5, almost 54 degrees over here on this bank, and the wind's blowing on it. So that was amazing. That was the first cast and another really good bite. I can't believe I didn't lock into him, but I'll get back in there after this cast. Let's see what I can do. Let's see if we did anything to my rubber worm. Nope, nothing. Let's get it back in there. I've been enjoying playing with these here electronics. It's been pretty cool checking out the Hummingbird Helix. The side scan, the down imaging, the classic sonar. It's been great. 2D is really clear. Down imaging is amazing. Side scan's been showing me all kinds of stuff. So definitely a little upgrade there. There's another tick right there, man. Stump field, gotta love it. Here we go, got him guys, nice one. Nice one on the stump field, unbelievable. First fish out of this lake. Oh, it's a really beautiful fish. Oh my gosh, is it a smallmouth? That's a smallmouth, it's a giant. Unbelievable. Guys, first fish ever out of this lake, and it's a good one, real good one. That first jerkbait fish was a nice one too, but right on the stump field of the drop shot, that is the most gratifying thing ever, to have brand new electronics, never having had, it's a giant smallmouth. It's an absolutely giant smallmouth. Never had side scan. I've played with it on buddies' boats. If I lose this fish, that's okay. I did not bring it up, but look at the size. That's smallie. I knew I'd probably lose him, but that's okay. He was absolute giant. Guys, that was like a 4-pound smallmouth. Is that absolutely incredible? I never get upset about losing a fish. Just hooking them is all that matters. Yes, it would have been cool to land them. It would have been great to show them to you, but I found some fish. That's what's absolutely the best thing about fishing. So I'm going to go ahead and get re-rigged and put it back in there and see if I can pop one and actually show it to you. All right, I am re-rigged, and I'm gonna put it right back where I caught that last one, and we're gonna drag it along. Just changed up to a margarita mutilator. Got a nice dark purple worm. I had the little morning dawn, little pink deal. They'll eat either one of them, but the deal is, guys, this is just a real light setup, and that was a great big fish. I had a feeling it'd make me tough to get that one in the boat. Drag is just right. He just was a jumper, so let's see if we can lock on another. That's literally, I've had 3 bites here since I stopped and hit the brakes. Oh, there's another one right there. Unbelievable. Can you imagine if I get into a whole gang of them that size? It'd be unreal. So let's just slowly drag it. The wind's perfect, blowing right into this little stump field. And I have a feeling this lake's up. It's really high. At least it seems like there's trees in the water. And I wonder if something's going on. I don't know what's going on when it comes to the rain and the weather. I just didn't think there was that much rain that it would have actually shut the other lake down and caused hazardous conditions, but from what I can see out here, it's pretty high water. So let me get this snag out, and then we'll move on to hopefully fish number 3 bites anyway. All right, this wind is absolutely perfect for a spinnerbait through here. Now that I know there's a stump field, and I obviously know there's some great big old smallmouth swimming down there, it's time to get a spinnerbait on board. All right, awesome clear water spinnerbait right there. Just a 3/8 ounce War Eagle. I got the double willow, chrome and gold. Let's go ahead and throw that in there. over the stumps, let it sink down a couple feet, and see if they come up and eat it. All right, folks, so here's the deal. I'm gonna go ahead and tie on a shaky head. I'm in a really good place for a shaky head, but a little disappointed. Not only have I lost a few fish today, challenging as it is, I actually hooked up with a giant on my spinnerbait. I hooked up with a giant. I've been having major issues with this here GoPro. The audio, that is, on the GoPro. It's been killing me. So I lost the audio on that shot. I'll show you maybe rear and back on that big old smallmouth or largemouth or who knows what, but maybe it could have been what this was. Check this thing out. I got a big old chain pickerel grabbing my spinnerbait. So I'll at least show this to you and show you how snaky and toothy and mean he was to me until he decided to shake off, which is a good release. That's the way I like to get rid of those things. But I'm tying on a shaky head because I've got a really good spot here. I hooked a really nice one, as you saw, with the drop shot. Then I hooked a giant on the spinnerbait that came off, and then that chain pickerel. So I'm in an area where it's got some fish, obviously. So this shaky head right here is going to be bouncing across some of these rocks and through some of these stumps, and hopefully landing one of these bass for once in the boat. There we go, guys. That's where I got the big bite. That's where I got the big bite with the spinnerbait. I lost another one. Oh my God, I suck. I am dying here, guys. I'm dying. That is another giant bite. I'm not going to even act like I'm not sucking, but dude, I'm telling you, this is every kind of setup you'd ever want. There's the hook exposed through the big old 6-inch robo worm. I got braid to 12-pound test leader, a little heavier, and I still got the bite, 7-foot medium. Fast. I mean, I put it to him. He just got off. I'm gonna have to try and get another one. They're in here, guys. I am absolutely loving the bites I'm getting, but man, that's a lot of missed fish and a lot of missed opportunity. Thank goodness it's not a tournament. But I'm still trying to show you guys something, make it look like I know what I'm doing. Hey, I'm fishing a lake I've never fished before. I'm getting bites, right? So at least I got something like that going on. Let's get them again. All right, well, I'm going to call this area Heartbreak Hotel. I mean, I got that chain pickerel over there, but this whole area was on fire with some big bites. I mean, some really big bites. Spinnerbait bite, shaky head bite, drop shot. You all saw it. It was a big one. This is my last cast. I'm just going to move on down the bank. I'm going to fish the same kind of stuff. Hopefully there'll be some more stumps and things like that to hold some of the fish and the quality fish that I was just getting hooked up with, but not catching and bringing to the boat to show you. So let's see what happens on the next stretch of bank. Oh boy. Guys, I got myself a nice fish on the jerkbait. I got myself a nice fish. A little bit of redemption here, guys. It's another nice smallmouth. Oh, this guy is huge. He's not as big as the last one, but he's decent. Oh, I'm so happy. I finally got one I'm going to be able to show you guys because he's got hooks everywhere. I don't think he's going anywhere, guys. Thank you, Mega Bass. Jeez, look at this beauty. This is awesome. Okay, not a giant. Oh, look at that. He lost one hook, but I got him, guys. I got him. Isn't that beautiful? So that's the second smallmouth we've seen. Who knows how many I've lost. A great big chain pickerel on a great, beautiful new lake for me. This is huge, guys. Here's what we're going to do. I got a little bit more time, but it's a long drive home. It's a Sunday night. I'm going to try and get home, maybe see the kids before they go to bed. So we're going to make this a sign-out fish, guys. It's been awesome. Glad to play with this iPilot again on the Sportsman 120 Autopilot. And very cool to have the Hummingbird that showed off some stuff. And thanks again to Amped Outdoors for powering this beauty, lightening up the load with those lithiums. So folks, as always, appreciate you joining me. As always, I appreciate you subscribing. Until we meet again, over and out. Oh, there we go, guys. Oh, a nice fish. Oh my gosh, if that's the tiger muskie, that'd be hilarious. Let's see what we got. Oh, he's pulling. He is pulling. He doesn't feel like a bass. I swear, he feels like something long and skinny. Let me see what we got here. Oh my gosh, it's another, I don't know if it's a chain pickerel or if it's that tiger muskie. Oh my gosh, what do we got here, guys? Is it a pike? Jeez, guys, I'm in trouble here. Look at the size of this thing. Absolute beauty, folks. Look at that. Isn't that something? That's actually a northern pike, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's no tiger muskie right there. I think that was a northern pike eating my jerkbait. So that's two. I'm almost positive. Just correct me if I'm wrong. Go back and look at it. I'm pretty positive that was a great big chain pickerel. I think that was a northern pike. Big old smallmouth that I saw that I know I lost. But man, it's been kind of crazy today when it comes to fish that are coming off, I'm happy to release those toothy critters like that. I'm glad he didn't get to, oh, you know what? I should have checked my line. I don't think he had any of it, but those toothy critters, I don't want those in this kayak, and I don't want them cutting through my line and breaking off my mega bass.